So when people ask me, Mickey, I don't know of my life, I don't know where to start, I don't know what I want to do for my life, for my job, for my career. I don't know. I have to confess that I didn't know. After living for 7 years on cruise ships, transatlantics, going around the world, I decided that it was my time to stop with that life and restart my life. So I said, okay, what should I do? When I went down to Barcelona, when I came to when I went to Barcelona, I started looking for a job and I needed to make a curriculum and I didn't know how to. Imagine that my life for over 7 years was in another planet. It was like in the ocean planet, where my job was to entertain people, speak on television, speak on the radio, uh, be a hostess of show, host the captain, and in case of an emergency, I had to be the leader, controlling 150 people in case what happened, something that once happened. Well, I don't know if you know, but my first ship was Costa Concordia, the one that sank.
Ah,
Yes, that was my first ship where I worked. Yes. And then after that, that was my decision to get off the ships and go back to a normal life on a land offshore. And the last trip was we were going from Barcelona also to France, and there was a thunderstorm, a sea storm, and then the level 4, which is the sea level, the cabins, the passenger cabins, there was a very very strong storm, and then the passenger cabins, the window broke down and the water started coming in. Of course, this never gonna happen, never gonna happen like 2 3 o'clock in the afternoon when there is a beautiful sun. No, 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 that was 4 a.m.
oh,
So we as crew members, we are the first ones that we get the message on our sound system. Attention crew, this is an emergency, and get ready because we don't know what's going to happen.
oh.
And I was like, okay, that is the last time. That is my last trip. That is my last contract. I'm not going to do this anymore. So they had to close the vertical doors of the ship because the water started coming in. And I was one of the leaders to drive. So I have the license to drive those boats, because I always thought in advance. In case of an emergency, I prefer to have to do an extra course and to learn how to drive, how to ride these boats, rescue boats. Then I depend on another person that I don't know what's going to happen.
Mhm.
Okay, so this course, it was on my free time. We don't have much free time on the ship when we are working, but I decided to dedicate my free time on doing something that not that maybe I liked, but something that for me was new. I was curious about that, and in case of an emergency, I knew what to do. So I was saving my life first. So this day when this happened, I was responsible for 150 people in panic, 4 o'clock in the morning, trying to organize everybody. And of course, I had to use leadership and I had to shout because I needed to put people in panic in control. So after that day, I said, okay, that's it. I'm not working here anymore. And then when I went to Barcelona, but then in Barcelona, I started another phase of my life that what should I write in my curriculum? What am I good at? And then the first one was horrible. It was like television presenter. But then I started thinking, but do I have all the capacity? Do I have all the knowledge to present a television program in Barcelona? And my Spanish is not even that good? No. And in Barcelona, they speak English. Yes, the tourists, yes, everything related to tourism, yes, but not in a television or in a program. No, then I have to speak Spanish. No, I can't do that. Okay. Do I want to work with entertainment again? Yes, but it's not really what I want. Can I host people? No, because I am overweight, and they wanted the girls, younger girls. I was around 37 that time. So they wanted younger girls, beautiful girls with sculptured bodies. And then this is the tale of my cat passing in front of you. Holy, come on.
Oh, qué bad.
This
Can we?
is the
Ah,
lady. Say
Wonderful.
hello to everybody.
what's his name?
Her name is Holy.
Her name is Holly.
Holy.
Wonderful.
Wonderful.
And so I started getting into going into a crisis because I didn't know where to start. I didn't know what I wanted to put in my curriculum. I mean, I know how to do so many things, but I am not a specialist in any one of them compared to a normal market.
Mhm.
Yeah, where you have to work and uh, like no, because I studied. Yes, I studied. I was studying. I I created I did two masters while I wasn't during the while I was in the ship. I never stopped studying, but my abilities and capacities were totally different from what is required in a normal life. So I started studying courses and courses and courses, and I did like I don't know how many, but I overloaded my mind and my brain literally studying so much because I said, while I don't find something for me to do, I'm not going to stop. And that was the time that sometimes I woke up like a 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning to during the it was still dark, it was still night, to go running and cry and yell, scream on the streets like because I couldn't with myself. I didn't have the emotional intelligence, or I needed to put everything out. So that was a very, very tough moment of my life, but that also taught me a lot. And because I never stopped it, I was investigating, I was taking some courses online, I was going to the places I needed. I was really forcing myself to say, while I'm not finding, I'm not going to stop looking for it. Now, nowadays, well, nowadays in that time too, but we have so many possibilities to do. Internet is here for us. It's a big, big educational channel where thousands of things are free for you to get a degree, to get a diploma, to get a certificate of participation, to get certified. It's free, even from Oxford, Cambridge, even like international, really international. But the point is trying always to find like, okay, I tried this one, but well, the butterflies didn't hit me. Okay, it's good. It's not bad. So you tried, you thought about that, but it was not, it didn't sparkle you. Good. So write down, have your notebook and write down. Okay, the idea of the beeswax paper. Cross. Never cancel or delete forever your ideas.
Mhm.
Have a paper, have a notebook, a paper notebook, and just cross. Next idea. Universe, I'm ready for the next idea. What's for me now? Because creativity comes from the combination of different ideas. Example, sometimes in the past, you had one experience with something, okay? But you don't remember, but that is archived in your memory. Then last week you went through a situation that something that was new for you, okay? And then maybe you are in the shower or you're driving, and then you go like, "Oh my gosh, what if And what if is always the words of innovation and creativity and all the possibilities. In fact, I have that here tattooed in my arm. What if? What if? And then the idea from the past comes back, and you say, what if from what happened to me last week could get together with something that happened in the past? And then, boom, that gives you a new insight. So when this happens, it's fantastic. Sometimes it's something so small, so it's minimalist, it's so like just a small detail. I was just now coming in on coming home, and I was listening in the radio that there were speaking about they were interviewing a lady that she charges her business is to test married men.
That's
Yeah, to
because
test is like to put into a test.
uh,
Like the woman starts gets his WhatsApp number, for example, and he
mhm.
start texting him. Oh,
Uh,
yeah, I saw you somewhere, or a friend of mine gave me your telephone number, and I would like to meet you. I would like to know you more. Is putting into test your partner. To say she was get the wife was paying this lady to put the husband into test to see if he was there was the fidelity, um if he was a serious man or not, or you said that is something so stupid and you go like, really? Yes, really. She is making her way of living now. That is good. No, I don't think so. But she is making, with her idea, with her creativity, with her innovation, with her courage, she decided to open this business. Oh, I am good to attract men, so I'm going to get paid. So her natural talent was to talk to men. Now, she is getting paid to do the same. Sometimes our big talent is so is we don't even pay attention because it's so natural that we think it's ridiculous. Like, really, really, and no, I'm not going to do this because this is ridiculous. And in our mind, and this is normal, okay? So in our mind, we think that I'm never going to do this for money because it's not possible that other people don't know about that. For example, my boyfriend, I always tell him, I said, listen, you should work with uh, giving helping people to learn how to get dressed, about colors, what style
oh
of clothes.
yeah, yeah.
And he is fantastic,
Yeah. You told me.
but it's so natural from him. So I am a disaster. I needed to change my whole closet, and step by step, little by little, I'm doing that. But my closet before was just like my first videos. I didn't have many, but my first video was like my my house was decorated. It was yellow, red, gold, like wow, all these colors. My clothes were red, but I because I like the colors. But that doesn't mean that the colors look good on me. And then, Nikki, you have to change your colors. But now it's ridiculous, but I can't go shopping by myself. I can't. I need him. I said, listen, I cannot depend on you all my life, but for now, this is what is happening. I can't because he has a natural talent to see from far away and he say, go there and get that blouse. And I go like, but how do you do that? So it's something that for him is supernatural. For me is like super complicated.
Mhm.
Now, for me, it's super easy to motivate people and say, guys, listen, if you want to get something in life, you go there and you do it. Let's go together. I help you. Let's create a plan together. Let's so natural for me. In the beginning, I thought it was ridiculous. It was like, no, who wants that? No, 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 no. And I'm not gonna tell you. Sometimes I still go in tilt, like because I am like when we start talking about building a business, we usually talk in terms that the first thing you have to do is to find your competitors, study your competitors, go and find their websites, look what they are doing, study what they are doing, and find something that is missing, and you can implement, you can add something extra on that. And then when I was in search, trying to find the things that I have been doing, English with communication, with the popping people, and I was like, okay, I need to find competitors. I don't have. I don't have them. I could not find any teacher or person or business that does what I am doing. Something totally new. So I have to open the market. I am the first. No, no, is she an English teacher? Yeah, yes, but no. You know how many nights I have not slept because of that? Ooh. Oh, like, I don't know. So I wanted desperately to find a tag for me. Because when you introduce yourself to people, say, hi, what's your name? My name is Mickey. What do you do?
Everything.
Ah, uh, mm, well, do you have some time? Do you have 5 minutes to listen to me? So I'll give you the list, and then maybe you help me find what I do because I don't know. And this is the beauty of being vulnerable. Where is the book? The book is on the table. No, not here. Here. The courage of being imperfect.
Mm.
Uh, Brené Brown, she has a lot, well, not a lot, but she has like 3 or 4 nice videos on TED Talk.
Yeah.
She is a bestseller, and she talks about this, the power of the vulnerability, the power of saying like, I don't really know what I'm doing. I am doing this, but also I am not a tag. I still don't have a tag. So I decided to use 3. Okay. English communication, career development, and soft skills. But then career development is so big. English communication, something like big too. And the soft skills, oh my God, how many soft skills do you have? Public speaking, negotiation, uh, emotional intelligence. Uh, there are a list of things. So I have so, then I decided that I said, okay, I'm going to take this for me and I am going to own it. This is who I am. I am something that cannot be defined. And we people, we cannot be defined by our job. Because you know what happens when we retire? So after you're
Mm.
65, 70 years old, that
Mhm.
you get retired, you get depressed
Mhm.
because you thought for many, many years that you were your job.
Yeah.
And then you retire, you stay at home, you have nothing to do, nothing to work with, and then you go in panic and you get depressed because you thought you were your job, but we are not our jobs. That's why we have to find something that is natural, because then we play with this as if it was a game. It's a game, it's a puzzle at the end.
Who you
Now,
are is
we
not what you do.
exactly,
Like the videos you suggested us.
exactly. Yes, I sent this video on the group, right? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, what we do not define us. So find something fun to do. Crazy. Well, I found a popcorn because I was desperate. And I have been playing with the popcorn. And I have some popcorn earrings. And wherever I go, people, is that a popcorn? So it gives me, it's something ridiculous. Who's going to put a popcorn in the earring? Who? Like, look at how many white hair do I have? I'm almost 45 and I'm using popcorn? Are you serious? But this exactly. Other people might think, wow, this is different. But also, this is the beauty of Italian people. Italian people are fantastic. You create whatever it is, you put your name, and you're famous. Well, famous.
Ah,
You have to work for
carattere.
that. You have to work for that. But it's
Only in
incredible.
Italian?
Well, mostly in Italy.
Uh,
Mostly in Italy. Many things around the world, uh, when it comes with an Italian name, people go like, wow, it's Italian.
ah,
It's
okay.
incredible, incredible. Italian people are seen from other countries, the innovators, the creative, the people with power. Yes, yes.
Good
It-
for us.
Something that can be simple. So this is the beauty here. You believe and you don't care. There is not much judgment here. And this is good because people don't really judge you.
Mhm.
Now, who in the world, nobody, okay, just Italians, use the glasses like round glasses, red. It's the brand of Italian people. If you see somebody with some crazy glasses, not crazy, but different glasses, purple, blue, like big, thick frames, it's Italian, of course. Yeah, very
I
funny.
haven't never, I have never thought about this.
Another thing that went around the world was Italian people with the polo shirt with
Ah, okay, okay.
the that thing I don't know how you call that, but with the that part,
Colletto.
yeah, Italian, only Italians, and then everybody in the world started imitating. I was not living here when there was this fashion explosion. Another thing that is Italian, suit, like a jacket, a suit, for, even for man or for woman, a suit with sneakers,
Mhm. Yeah, yeah.
because you don't care. If you go and you do this in no, in Brazil, for example, everybody, ladies, high heels,
Yes.
very high heels. Here, no, I want a suit, but I want to be comfortable. Sneakers. You go like, and then, wow, that's Italian.
Yeah.
She's Italian, that's why. And you take these small things, but at the end, you just want to be comfortable, which is, in my point of view, which is totally correct. And then people think that that is fashion. It's not fashion, you're stupid. I just want to be comfortable. I don't care for your opinion. So some things that are Italian, and you go like, but who invented this? It's simple. Nothing like, wow, big magic. So there are some questions that we can ask yourself. That was actually not the topic of today, but as we started, we continue. Now, I'm going to give you some questions. Take notes, or I'm going to you take this. I'm going to write these questions also on our document. Okay. Uh, Tell me something that you could suffer from.
That you could
Suffer. You can make a sacrifice.
Suffer.
This is one of the questions, okay? What is something that you could sacrifice for? Sacrifice in terms as fighting. I'm going to fight for this. I'm going to fight for this cause. For example, people that like to protect the animals, they fight for a cause.
Yeah.
I am fighting for the mission of the popcorn, that I want everybody to listen about the theory of popcorn, the metaphor, so they can pop their mind. Okay, so I'm fighting for this cause. I am suffering for this cause. I'm fighting for that. I am sacrificing my weekends, my nights. I read books. I wake up earlier. I do this. I do that. I never stop. This is question number one. Question number two. I'm going to give you 10 questions. Okay. Did you take some notes?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Ready? Question number two. That's a difficult one. How do you see your life in the next 3 years?
Oh, dear.
Not 5, not 10. No, that's too much. 3 years. Do you see your life in the next 3 years? Now, together with this question, there are another ones like, who are you? Yeah, that's difficult. Who are you? It's a simple question and so difficult to answer. Now, what goals have you reached in life? Goals have you reached until now in your life? Did you got to have your kids? Did you get to have a house? Did you buy a car? Or, but this is material, which is not so important. Now, the point is, what goals have you reached until now? Something that you wanted to do. Did you get a diploma that you wanted? Could you educate and raise your children well? Have you participated in a marathon and you won the marathon? So what goals have you reached? Now another one. What obstacles have you overcome?
Many.
Obstacles. Many. Yeah, but list these many obstacles. List them down.
What obstacle have you overcome?
Have you overcome?
The correct have you.
Overcome is to
Superare. Huh?
Yes, superare.
And
Yeah.
the first question,
Who are you?
who are you?
Yes. What goals have you reached? What obstacles have you overcome? Who is, who can you count on? Who is a person Who can you count on? Who is a person that you say, I can count on her, I can count on him, I can count
Ok, contare ok.
yeah, who is the person that is near to you, your best friend or somebody that can you can count on?
Mm. Mhm.
Who is the person? Who is the person
Yeah, that you can count on.
you
The
can count?
person you can count on. I'm going to give you these questions later. Okay.
Okay.
Mm.
But is it an exercise for the next time or for to this evening? It's
Listen,
very difficult.
listen, Linda, I'm not your mom. This is an exercise.
For my
Okay, I'm
life.
not gonna say if for your life exactly. I'm
Every
not your
moment.
mom to say, listen, if you don't do the homework for the next week, I'm not gonna talk to you, or I'm going to call your mom. No, everything that I'm giving to you is a time that you have to sit, reflect, and say, oh shit.
Ah, very, very interesting.
Now it's the time. I
Yeah.
needed to do something.
Oh.
All right. Next question. What would you do if you were not afraid of anything? What would you
Mm.
do? This is question number 3. What would you do if you were not afraid of anything? I would, I don't know, I would make a business. I would speak in front of 1,000 people. I would work on television. I would teach somebody about something. What would you do? Question number 4. What would you do if you were sure of
If
being
you
successful? What would you do if you were sure, if you
were
were, if
were
you were sure of being successful, which is the opposite of question number 3, is the opposite. What would you do if you were afraid? Yeah, if you were not afraid. And what would you do? For example, what I am sure if I do, I'm going to be successful. What I did, example, the book. I was afraid while I was writing the book. Oh yes. Do you know how many times I deleted the document? I said, I'm getting crazy. This is not possible. My mental monster is speaking to me. Who do you think you are to say that you are a writer or that you are writing a book? First, study literature. You never went to a writing class. You never took a writing lesson. You never, the books you read, who do you think you are to write a book? But you never really read about the books similar to what you're writing about. I deleted that document so many times. Fortunately, it was in the trash, and I could yeah recover.
Recovery.
Yes, but and then now, what would you do if you were sure of being successful? Now, when I finished writing the book, I said, I'm going to speak about this and I'm going to be successful, not because I wrote a book, but because I know that this material can help change people's life. Question number 5. Another difficult question. Tell me 3 of your biggest talents. Your talents are something that are so simple. Things that you know how to do and you don't really have to ask or to think about that. Okay, say, Miki, I'm good at sleeping. No, this is not, no, no. Yeah, but this starts and can be a long list. It can start with, I am good at talking to my friends. I'm good at listening to my friends.
Yeah.
I'm good at creating something, an object, or creating something with my hands. Or I'm good at painting. I'm good at drawing. Guys, you start writing this list. It's long. The point is because we never really stopped to think about that or to write a list. We never stopped to study about ourselves because we don't have a teacher in life or at home. We don't have this teacher. Now, where do you go to study English and the teacher tells you that? Where?
Anywhere.
So basically, I am the teacher that I wanted to have and I never had. So when I understood all this truth, I was like, okay, I'm going to do it because I never had. This is what I want. So it's something that I like because I am studying so much for that. Why not? Innovative, totally. Just because I was angry because I couldn't find that teacher, I said, I'm going to be the person that I didn't have. That's it. Question number 6. If you had just one more hour of life,
No, I don't
what would you,
understand.
if you had just another hour of life,
Ah,
what would you do?
Another hour.
Another hour. Would you be on Pinterest?
No.
I don't think.
Would you be on Instagram? Would you be watching my videos on YouTube?
The last hour in my life,
Yes.
the last.
Yeah. If you had only 1 hour.
Mm.
What the correct English is, if you had just another hour in your life,
What would you do?
what
Would you do?
will you do? Okay.
Would you cook? Would you go in a swimming pool? Would you go for a walk?
Maybe for a walk.
And then this is when you figure out that you say, I don't need money.
Oh, no. È vero.
For what? What are you going to do?
For 1 hour.
You go shopping?
Mm.
No. Question number 7. When was the last time that you felt alive? Is feeling alive is like feeling that sense of happiness. Like, wow, I did it. I got it. Something that I was waiting for. When was the last time? What were you doing? Where? With who? This is a coaching session that was not planned at all. I planned another thing today. And
They
all
are
these
very,
questions,
sorry.
they are?
They are very deep questions.
Mm.
Very, very deep.
Very deep.
Mm.
Mm. Now, what are you going to do with these questions? Just here with me for another 20 minutes, and then you're going to close your notebook and you're going to say, all right, I finished my English lesson for today. No, this is not an English lesson.
Is a lesson in English.
But now that also depends of your self-love, of saying, okay, now this is my moment. Family, dog, husband, whatever. Forget that I am here. I'm going to go for a walk. I'm going to stay 3 hours near the river in contact with the nature. I'm going to take only a pen and my notebook, and you're going to write.
The difficult for me is right, because I think a lot when I every day, when I drive, when I cooking, when I'm walking. But there are thought um, disconnected.
One day they will connect. Start writing down.
I have to connect, and I see that when I take a pen and a book and a paper, I put my ideas and my thoughts or in order,
Mhm.
and I can examine my problem or my resource,
Examine.
examine my problems or my resource better. But isn't simply easy.
Look, if you just have words, you start writing down a list of the words. When you finish, after 1 week, you put number 1 for all the words that in that list, they could come together, they could link. Then you put number 2 for all the other words. For example, imagine that the words list number 1, it's, I don't know, garden, butterfly, pink, glass, cup, or I don't know.
Book.
Okay, book. Okay, all number 1s. So you think, butterfly, garden. What else did I say? Butterfly, garden, glass. And then you say, if I start designing, and this is what people do, you know, the churches, the old churches. Well, yeah, all the churches are old. The windows are the glass painted. That is a technique of people painting glasses. So you start thinking butterfly, garden, glasses, and say, oh, maybe I could paint summer glasses with a garden and butterflies. Anyway, this could be or might be a stupid example, but so all the words that come to your mind, you write a list. When you finish the list, you put in order the words, similar to a puzzle. You put number 1 for all the words that could have a sense together. Number 2 for another block of words that could have a sense together. Number 3, blah, blah, blah. Number 4, blocks. Start chunking blocks of words. But yes, be it a notebook, if you don't have time for a notebook, to take a notebook, have Post-its inside your bag post it, write down, and then after, when you have time, you rewrite it. All right, so the question number 7 was, when was the last time that you felt yourself alive? Question number 8, what are the 5 most important things for you? What are the 5 most important things for you? For example, oh my God, I can't live without what?
Cecilia.
Me too.
Yeah. Friends forever.
Yes.
I can't
Okay.
live without what? All right. Question number 9.
Vegetables.
Who is the person that you most admire in the world?
Who is the person?
Who is the person that you most admire?
No, what? Ah, Mirata. Okay.
And this is the time they say, Mickey Branco.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah, when you talk about like, oh my God, who I really admire, you start thinking, why do I admire this person? What are the characteristics that this person has that I would like to have?
Mhm.
For example, for me, Oprah Winfrey, that American, well, she is a
Yeah.
billionaire
Mhm.
now, but Oprah Winfrey, Tony Robbins, Lisa Nichols. For me, they are icons that I look at them, I listen to them, I watch, I go on podcasts, and I go like, wow. So when I start thinking, what do they have that I really admire, is because I want to have them too. Because of this, I am passionate. I am obsessed of listening because I want to learn something from them because they can teach me something. Well, not something, some things, like a lot of things. I want to be like them. Why? Think why. Question number 10. Da-da-da. Ready?
Mhm.
Mhm.
What type of work are you willing to do? What type of work are you willing to do for free? You're not going
Work.
to get paid. You're not going to get paid to do this. What is the type of work that you are willing for free? Suppose that you are retired, okay? You don't need money. What do you do? Don't come with me to, I would sleep. No. I would be with my children. No. What is the type of work? Work, profession, work. What is the type of work that you are willing to do for free? I would help animals. I would plant a vegetable garden. I would, again, you see that this question does not involve money, has nothing to do with money. Has to do what the things you really like and have inside you.
Are you writing questions on the document?
I'm not writing in the document now because I need, no, I would do like,
After? No?
yes,
Okay.
yes, boss.
No, because my English isn't correct.
Eh,
Paper. No,
Stop.
no. So I
Now,
think that
the thing is that the nice thing is that you should find a work that you use 75% of your talent, of your natural talents. Now, look, imagine there is another, I don't know, there is the war now, okay? I cannot go to work anymore. You cannot do anything. You have to stay at home. You have no resources. It's just you and what you know, your intelligence, your talents. What are the things that you can do and you like to do? Look, my biggest resource is me, myself, and my brain. I don't need, okay, I am using a computer now, right? But if people say, Mickey, come, we need you. Everything I have, I'm speaking to you. In this moment, I'm using a computer to communicate, right? Okay. But if I needed to move from my house doesn't exist anymore, something happens. It's just like you don't even have time to get your clothes. Just go. What are the things you can do that you can make money using what you have inside? In my case, I just start speaking. Well, just for a lot of people, this is something very difficult. For me, I just, you see, my talent, I just start speaking. I don't have anything. I don't have a paper. I don't have a pen. I don't need a telephone. I don't need, no, it's me, me. Now, when you take and you find something that it's so supernatural to you, and again, I'm gonna tell you, I was fighting with this for a long time because I thought it was ridiculous. Oh, what's my talent? Oh, my talent is to talk. Really? How am I going to make money talking? How many motivational speakers exist?
mm,
So when you think like, what's your talent? Oh, my talent is to talk. Apparently, it's ridiculous. Apparently. But then I, again, you see, connect with my story, and then I talk about popcorn, then it's about the metaphor, and then I use all the books that I have studied, my degrees, blah, blah. But it's just me. So 75% of your talent, okay, it's your vocation. Well, your vocation is equals your talent plus your passion. Your vocation, what you have to do in life, is equals talent plus your passion.
yes.
You like to play with the children. Okay. You love to play with your children. This is passion. Do you have talent to take your children and the children like to have the day out with you? Okay. So you have this talent to entertain children and you love to do that. So that's one of your vocations. We have many. We just have to combine them. Right. Now, everybody needs something crazy as a solution for their problems. I created a crazy solution for your problems. I said, all right, boom, boxless career, thinking out of the box. Is there a teacher that teaches like this? Oh no, because maybe they are more formal with a suit and okay, sign the contract and then we are going to start and going deep about these questions. What going deeper? Okay, yes, going deep about the questions. Yes, but light, soft. Because you had a problem, I created the solution. Said, how can I? Ask yourself, how can I? Something that I like to do. I talk. I talk and you listen. And the good part, you pay me for that. I was like, oh my God, this is fantastic. Hmm. I give you questions. I ask you difficult questions. You get in crisis with yourself. And then you come back to me because you need the solution.
Mm.
And this is how I make money. Of course, roughly talking, right? This is the reality. Now, you have problem again. I'm going to use your kids again, okay? You have a problem with your kids because they don't like to eat something,
Yeah.
but you have the passion of cooking vegetables. These days, this week, look what happened. I remember you. I have one lady. She's around 65 years old, and she's my client. And she said, Miki, I'm going to travel and I needed to speak English because I need to travel. Her English is good. I said, okay, what do you want to learn? Said, oh, how to go to the airport, how to pass in the customs, how to go shopping. I said, are you serious? Are you serious? Listen, I'm going to give you a list of all the videos on the internet that are free,
Mm.
that you're going to watch these videos at home. You don't need me to play here the videos with you, and you waste your money, and I waste my time doing this together with you. No, I'm not going to do this. You don't need to know this. This you're going to go home. You're going to watch the videos on YouTube by yourself. With me, you're going to talk and you're going to start telling me stories because she needs to talk. It's not that she needs vocabulary. Vocabulary is are on the videos. I gave her a list. So my work was to prepare a long list with all the videos concerned about going to a cafe, ordering in a restaurant, passing the customs. Uh, if you don't find your bag, what do you have to do? So, okay, so you're going to tell me stories. And then one of the stories, maybe I'm going to share this story with you on the document. One of the stories was when her daughter was a child, every parent loved to invite her daughter to their house because her daughter she liked to eat everything,
Yeah.
even like the strangest vegetables. She liked to eat broccoli, onions, pepper, red pepper, green pepper. So when she was telling me the story, that then the parents of her daughter's friend, no, wait, the parents of the parents of the other
The other
kids,
friends. Mhm.
they wanted to invite her for birthday parties, for lunch, for dinner, for the weekend, because this little girl, she was the motivator of their child
Yeah. Yeah.
eat.
Mhm.
I said, look, you lost money. She looked at me, she said, what? I said, you lost a lot of money. You could be rich now. She said, Miki, are you crazy? Why are you saying that? I said, listen, imagine that in that time you make a publicity, a promotion of your daughter. Do your kids have problem eating? I have the solution for you. I rent my daughter to go and eat in your house. Look at the potential of your child. She eats everything. She eats broccoli. She eats pepper. She eats cucumber. If you could rent your daughter and say, listen, I rent my daughter for 10 euros. She goes to your house. She eats in your house. So you save on the supermarket.
Giusto.
Your daughter eats for free, healthy foods, and you still make money with that. She said, Nikki, your mind is something not normal. You are not normal.
You
Oh, but you see,
explore, you are
oh,
exploring a lot of possibility, no?
exactly. But that could be a business.
Yeah.
Why not? So many moms, for example, probably you would like that this child could be your son's friend because your son doesn't eat. But if he has friends, maybe could start creating a different, you know, because depends on your friends, the people you are around, the people that help you get something, go somewhere, be someone. Now, if I want to find example, yeah, another example. If you want to find an intelligent boyfriend, where do you go? To the nightclub? No, you go to bookshops. You go to a library. You go to a book cafe. That's where you're going to find potential men for you. How do you get potential friends to your son? And then there is one crazy mind, probably Italian, that say, I'm going to rent my child. Okay, of course, again, I'm giving just a story like this. But it's a story that you could work on that. Could work. Why not? Right? So, ladies, um, take a moment for you, breathe, go out, take a notebook, pen, a bottle of water, go out on the nature, take a time for yourself. Okay, and is by making a lot of mistakes and thinking about a lot of stupid ideas that one will come up like, oh, and how I didn't think about that before, that this is so ridiculous, this is so easy, this is so natural to me, this is so why only now? Because now is the moment. All right,
Okay.
so
All right.
if you were listening to me until this moment, comment something below, subscribe, share with your friend, send messages, blah 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 blah, here, give me a like, and thank you very much, and let me know in the comments. Bye.